Alrighty, Grant and Rick just birdied, so now it's all knotted up. Everyone has 3 birdies, 3 under par. Me and Rick are on a team. We flip for it off camera, and then it's Grant and Brian. We have the box. We also just flip for that. Hole 7 is 551 par 4, way down there. The slightly elevated pin. All the road is OB, and there's a Mando right there that is in play, which I don't know why you would go left of that, but if you, Jason, maybe. So, Rick, do you want to go first or me?
I'll go first. Sweet. Does your channel know who Jason is?
Probably not.
What's up, guys? Back for the middle 6 of the Safari round. Me and Rick partnered up this time, so that'll be fun commentary. What are you throwing here, Rick?
This is my strike again. Any kind of time I'm trying to get some distance on it, I'm throwing this green strike. I've actually got 2 of them that look just alike, and turn this over a little too much, but that actually opens up the angle to the basket a little bit. So
that was laced right down the middle of the fairway. You can't really get much better than that for an air shot. So low ceiling. So I went with my Hades trying to lay down a roller. And I think I did do it, yeah. I forgot.
Yeah,
but that's still only like 40 feet farther than your air shot.
Yeah, it's a really good position. You want to get a little bit to the right if you can to get those trees out of play to go over the road.
For sure. And that one got really sneaky. I don't know if you could see it, but it went through the V tree. It's like left of that gap.
Yeah, Brian putting the early pressure on Grant.
Yeah. And Grant hits the tree that Brian went to.
So good.
So they're going to have kind of a tricky lie here. Kind of like Black Hole 2.
Correct.
Maybe a little closer and farther left.
Yeah, more pinched off and shorter.
Yeah, and Brian put that one OB, so now all the pressure is on Grant here, just to see if they can get their par.
Yeah, and the basket from where Grant's standing is straight across the parking lot, but we've got that Mando tree at the corner that they have to get back around before they can go to the basket.
And that's a good shot.
Yeah, Grant put it up there in a good spot to
yeah.
At least get up and down.
I actually threw a grenade there with my Raptor, just so that I could go over those trees, take them out of play, and then now you have wide open door to do whatever you want. What disc was this?
This probably was my Cayman, or maybe something a little faster from that far back.
And that's kind of right.
That's a Buzz OS.
Buzz OS, okay. Barely clears the road, which is playing OB, but they should have like a 20-footer from there. I think this is a thumber, right?
Tomahawk.
Tomahawk, and that's a heart. It actually almost went in from our angle. It dropped right in front of the basket. We got like a 20-footer here to try and clean up our birdie. And I made a putt.
Yeah, once again, smart thing, keeping me off the putting green when possible.
Rick is being humble. He's way better at putting than I am. Alrighty, hole 7.
Me and Rick just got a birdie, so we are now -4. They are -3. Hole 8 this is? Hole 8, 5-17, way across the water.
Can't see the basket
way
from
behind
here,
the
but
gazebo. Probably playing a hyzer to there.
Just behind that gazebo and a little to the right.
Yeah. And then like a 200-foot up, something like that.
Yeah. It's definitely playing all of 5-17, maybe even a little more, because you've got to play a hyzer to get on the landing zone, and then you have still a good bit left for your approach.
If he's safe, you might want to gun one.
Yeah, this is a pretty straightforward tee shot here. Just clear the water and get out there and give yourself a 200 or so foot up shot to the basket.
Yeah, and you did that perfectly, so I wanted to bite off a little more, and I kind of did. Maybe could have been a little wider.
Not that stable.
But yeah, I'm happy with that one. Inbounds should give us a relatively easy up and down. And Brian put that one a little high.
A little high, a little left, but it's pretty much the same upshot no matter where you end up over there. It's because you're going at that right angle to the basket, so a whole lot of those shots that end up over there just end up with this upshot right here. Basically, it's just a big hyzer to the basket.
Yeah.
Over that gazebo.
I'm guessing Firebird from Brian there.
That's probably sounds right. Maybe a mid-range.
Very good shot. Now Grant going to pretty much try and do the same thing, maybe a little farther right. Oh, he's going straight at it with his buzz.
Yeah, just missed his line a little bit, it looked like.
Yeah, but that's fine.
You got the one.
What are you throwing here?
This will probably be the Cayman or the Buzz OS again, just something stable that can hang out close to the water and just let it work back to the basket.
Right under the pole. So now I gotta run it. Got nothing better to do. Make sure to give this one a full run. Oh, he cut it out. Thank you, Dad, for cutting that out. Look how grip locked this was.
Oh, that's gone.
Oh my gosh.
I've never grip locked a disc.
I really think that was a true statement. I don't know if I've ever grip locked a 150-foot approach so hard.
Why'd you gotta do this to me? Come on, man.
Grant dinks the little 25-footer, but Brian makes it, so they still got their birdie.
Easy clean up there.
Yep.
For us as well. Another foot fault.
You just saved us. If we look at me in the water, I gotta get my DGK zone back. Can't leave that out there. And I did actually find it, so that was nice.
You're right, where the bubbles are.
Alrighty, hole 9 is 693, par 4, way up there on the top of the hill. Play is kind of just a big hyzer or flat to hyzer, just something you know is not gonna turn over into the water.
Don't fall for the big basket, it's a different basket.
Yeah, definitely not that one. It's another 300 past that one.
Yeah, this hole you have a couple of options. You can stay out of the trees to the right there and go around them and get to the basket, or you can shoot for the basket that you can see back there and just go through the trees from there, which is what most of us do. It's actually pretty tough to get around the trees quickly, and there's a lot of gaps inside those trees, so we usually go through.
Yeah. There definitely are a lot of gaps, but there are a lot of tiny gaps.
No, we said we're not going to that one, right?
And that's going to put us in a good position.
That's decent.
We should have an easy par
I'm usually looking to be a little bit right of there and want to go to the biggest gap that you can see about 40 feet right of the basket.
I'm going with my force here, and I got that force, Z-force, the day before, and it just turned over, and I spent maybe 45 minutes looking for that thing the day after this, and I did not find it. So if anyone turns in a yellow Z-force with no name or number on it, let them know it's mine. Because that thing flew so well. I was so bummed to lose that one.
Brian catching a little bank on the other end there, so he at least has a spot, putting the pressure on Grant.
Yeah. If they don't get this one inbounds, though, they got up there pretty far, and he hit the bank, so...
Grant probably played it a little too safe, maybe. He's going to go into the woods a little early over there.
Good little branch kick, though.
This whole play is almost a full stroke above par. It's pretty difficult to par and definitely difficult to birdie, so...
That was beautiful.
Brian with a really good pull there, but as you can see, there's a lot of trees there, so it's inevitable to hit one.
Yeah, and Green is going flick roller with a sexy bird, I think.
Yeah.
Go in.
I don't know if you guys can see that. It ramped up the tree and almost went in the short basket right there. Actual hole 13's basket. And I just threw the beefiest Undertaker ever known man. Hyzer out left, but there's actually an OB fence over there that I think we forgot to mention, but I skipped into it and bounced back, so I'm safe. Are you going to throw the same disc here it's looking like?
I am, and that's a legal mark.
Is this the Shrike?
It's the Shrike, yep.
And that is so
Oh,
good.
yeah, Rick.
It's good. Once again, if you can just miss the trees that are up there.
That is
I
so
got there, I think I left us about 40 feet from there.
Yeah. It looked so parked from our angle. It just came up a little short. I couldn't tell if it nicked one of the trees up there or not, but yeah, right on the line, just a little short.
Brian looked like he was going to skip 30 feet past the basket, but instead skipped a minus foot back to the basket.
And Grant crushed that one. Yeah, so we're here about 40, 45. So I just decided to give us 30 feet coming back, because why not?
Yeah, any look at birdie here is fantastic, so this is really a bonus if you can get it.
Yeah.
And I didn't put enough anhyzer on mine, but left us a 10, 15 footer.
Yeah, that's still going to be a solo par from you, which is great on this hole. Well, I'm going to steal your solo par, but still, it was yours. A solo birdie there would have been amazing.
Bunch of pars on the last one. Now on hole 10. 9, what'd you say? 9, you just said 9, 10. Way down there to 10's basket, not this short one and not the one on the left, the one all the way down there, par 5.
Yeah, that's a country mile.
This hole is so far, yeah.
It's tough to get. The gap is kind of pinches you to the trees on the right too, so it's hard to get something. You don't want to turn over or get anywhere too far to the right, so you got to just keep it flat enough to stay in the middle. And typically, what we do is too much left on it down into the little gully over there, which is okay. And that is definitely what I do, but it's a good throw.
Yeah, that right down the middle of the gap. There actually is kind of a gap you have to hit here. That bush on the left in the woods line, you want to keep it in between those two, and you did that perfectly. So I had a wide open door, so I tried to just rip one, and I just didn't really turn it over at all, but we're still in good position.
You're a good 450 feet up there, I think. That's exactly where you want to be. Brian does not get so lucky.
Yeah, he hits that one little bush that I was talking about, and it actually like messes with your mind, because if you want to go big, like a big flex, that's right where you want to throw it. So to get the biggest distance here is kind of a big turnover, like way wide, force it over, or a hyzer flip turn down the middle.
You see Grant went to the wood line over there and didn't have a look, so they had to take Brian's throw, which actually got a little bit of distance on it, and Brian crushes this.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I didn't even see that shot, but that was so good. Don't know what I was doing. Oh, I was helping look for Grant's disc in the woods. Did we end up finding that?
Don't remember. But Brian chewed up a lot of that distance that they lost on the drive, so that's gonna keep them in the hunt on this hole for sure.
Yeah. Can't tell if Grant switched discs or if he just dried it off, but either way was a little early released.
He almost got to your drive. You see Grant's disc laying there right next to yours.
And I just could not have thrown that worse. I threw a really flippy disc low and flat, and I was trying to max flex it to get the eagle bid, or to get up there for an eagle bid. But we still should have an easy birdie from mine. And that's a pretty good one, just going to be a little far left.
A little sawed off, but I got some distance up there for us. Should be a pretty simple look.
Yeah, and I wanted to throw a second one to try and get the eagle, and I just kind of did the opposite.
Didn't quite get over on it, yeah.
Last one I threw a flippy disc low flat. That one I threw a more stable disc high with hyzer. So that's great. Go in. Holy cow. I didn't see that shot either. That was
a little short. That was Brian showing off his left-handedness again.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Don't know what Grant is flicking here, but looks like a driver.
Just a little too straight for him.
Oh, I thought it was gonna hyzer before it got there. Is this your sexy bird?
It is, and
it's a really good
pulled it a
shot.
little wide, but that's 20 feet, so
Yeah.
good enough.
Yeah. So I'm running this one. Now that you're right there, no reason not to. Between the two of us, we should be able to make a 20-footer. And it just came up short.
So close.
A little wider, and that's good.
Yeah, it was a good line.
Sawed it off just a little bit. A little early. Great putt from Grant. Was that their birdie save?
That's a good birdie. That's a birdie after a pretty bad drive. So.
Yeah. One of those, like, we were in position the whole time, and they weren't, but we still tied the hole.
Just finished up hole 10, birdie, which I think you want to get a birdie there, right? It's a pretty easy birdie.
Yes, board.
Hole 11, 393, straight up the hill, probably playing 410, 420. We're gonna see if we can get a birdie here. We are at 6 under, they're at 5 under, and next hole we switch them back up. So let's see.
Yeah, this one's a pretty good birdie to pick up. It's pretty straightforward though. I mean, it's one of the few par threes on the course. How many other threes?
There's 2 par threes and 2 par fives. The rest are all par fours. This one being at near 400 feet is. There's not a lot of danger here though. It's pretty hard to get over to the road, which is OB, and everything to the right is pretty decent. So.
Yeah, and that's great.
That's me getting up there about 350. That's about what I have in my bag.
Yeah. This one should be an easy par. And a birdie's nice here.
Yeah, that's going to be a good look for us from there.
Yeah, that one gave us like a 25-footer. I left the second shot I threw trying to get the eagle on the last hole, and I wanted that disc here. So I tried to throw my flippier one on hyzer, and I just didn't give it enough. But that's a great shot from Brian as well. He's going to be right up there with you.
Yeah, he got that nose angle up a little bit, and it sailed a little high, but
yeah,
you can see the result was still pretty decent. And Grant puts one up there pretty close to yours.
Yeah, like 15 feet, 20 feet maybe for him. And that's a great putt. You keep telling me to keep you off the putting green, but I think you've made it every time you're inside circle. So maybe I should put you on the putting green more.
Yeah, good couple of birdies here.
Hole 11 was a star frame. We are now on hole 12, 613, way over there. I'm guessing the road is OB.
Road is OB.
Yep. Last hole on these teams, so next 6 holes will be me and Grant and Brian and Rick. So Rick after this, sorry, but no more Gatorade. Yeah. I don't know the place here because I've never played this one. I'm guessing just really anything by the road.
Yeah, what you want to do if you can is go to the right of that one tree that you can see out there, and just short of the road. It's not a big throw. It opens up the angle to the basket. As you get to the left there before the road, you're kind of pinching yourself off a little bit.
As close to the road as you can.
Yeah, anything up by those railroad ties is good. And this is
exactly what I'm looking for. It's only maybe 300 feet out there, but that's all you need. You don't want to test the road. It doesn't really get you a whole lot.
Because I don't think I can get there low ceiling. So I might try.
Yeah, I didn't think I could get over the road with the low ceiling we had, so I tried to get a roller and just get lucky and get through the railroad ties, and I just threw a high, horrible roller. It's pretty garbage. But we're in great position from your drive, so we should still be fine. Brian ripping one, he's going to be in good position as well. Maybe a little too far left.
He's a little pinched off there, but it's a shot.
Yeah. I do not know what disc this is, but it was a little early. Does he dye his discs? Because almost all of his discs are dyed.
He does. I think he spin dyes a few of them.
Because they looked good.
This is a pretty straightforward up shot. You don't want to be too high here because you'll fade out into the road.
Yeah.
Like 15, I think.
What are you throwing? Is this your T-bird?
That's probably a T-bird or... That's a T-bird, yeah.
Go. Kick off the tree in the basket.
It was close.
It was too high and was going to probably be out of bounds if it didn't hit that tree, but had a decent line. Just didn't put enough whip into it.
Yeah. Grant probably throwing something overstable, trying to just spike it in there.
Good. Get in the bucket.
And that's horrible. Look at this. It hit the electric pole thing. I don't even know what you call them.
Yeah, that went from park to 80 feet out and
Yeah.
was a good break for us, to be honest.
Yeah. You can't really see, but those trees are blocking the basket for them, so they actually do have to go wide and like spike something in or low skip something in like Brian did there. And that's so close to being in.
That's unfortunate. It was a decent putt.
Yeah. See if Brian can make it. And that, just like that electric pole is gonna pretty much take away their birdie.
I don't miss those 10-footers.